Welcome to NFT Update. I'm your host, Deezy.
I'm Justin.
And we come to you once a week with the breaking NFT news. And we're on our own channel, too, NFT Update on YouTube. Make sure you check that out.
Link in the description. Make sure you go subscribe and hit that little bell. What does that do with the bell?
Little notification bell
Something,
thing, the follow thing. You know, just follow us. We will lead you to not the darkness, to the light.
Yes.
But there's a little bit of news this week. Pepsi is releasing a bunch of their whole line of free-to-mint NFTs. Pepsi, yeah, it was 1893. It's like the year they came out.
Are you a Pepsi guy or a Coke guy?
Well, I lived in North Carolina, so they really push Pepsi. I actually grew up about 20 miles away from where it was founded. But I don't drink soda. What about you, Coke or Pepsi?
I used to be a huge Coke guy.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
I do mainly water now. I drink a lot of water. Anyway, real quick, before we get into any projects, I do want to say this about anything that we mentioned on the show, whether it's a NFT avatar drop or if it's a token project. This is just our opinion. We do our own research, and we would ask that you make sure you do your own research. Just because we go over something on this channel does not mean you need to go rush and buy it.
Yeah. You can walk to it.
Yeah, you can walk to it. Yeah, you can read to it.
Just do your own due diligence. That's all we're saying.
That's all we're asking.
Yeah, but absolutely. I've done my own research on one of our projects.
What you got?
Roaring Roccstars.
That sounds just like the Roaring Leaders that we went over, maybe a month ago.
Yeah, so this is the same team. You actually breed 2 leaders, and then you get to make a Rockstar. So 5,000 are able to be bred, and then the other 5,000, they're going to have to ferment.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Ferment, or they'll have them for mint?
Yeah, like on the pillow, you trade that. Yeah, you go to a store, and they'll give you a Rockstar onto your phone. You just give them the mint.
Gotcha.
Peppermint, though. Yeah, so Roaring Roccstars, it's a metaverse play for concerts, parties, events. So I think them having celebrities on board early is going to definitely help them separate themselves from the pack, because there's going to be a lot of meetings on sand and stuff. So.
Well, we've seen that with any metaverse, like Sandbox and Decentraland. We've seen people like Snoop Dogg and... Wasn't Travis Scott? Didn't he do some kind of event?
Travis Scott did the famous Fortnite concert, you know. Yeah. People really, he crushed it, is what I heard. So, yeah, they have Austin Mahone, Tyrone Woodley. I know you like Tyrone.
Yeah, I'm not a Jake Paul guy, so I definitely like Tyrone Woodley.
That should be pretty good. They also have Neo and Flowrider.
Neo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't the Matrix, like they're doing another Matrix coming out this month?
Yes, they are, but that is unrelated to the R&B singer.
Oh,
Neo.
It's not the Matrix.
Yeah,
Neo.
yeah. And
not the one.
Flowrider, not Florida, the state.
Okay.
Did you have apple bottom jeans?
I had boots with a fur, but I didn't do the jeans.
Okay, I knew it was one or the other. I wasn't sure. But yeah, no, so they are going to buy land in Decentraland. They're going to buy land in Sandbox. They're looking at that, and then they're going to start developing their little metaverse space. So that should be pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. That will be cool.
Yeah, once they're done, they're going to have a big party and everything. So you can hang out in their Discord, like talk to some of these celebrities. I think like Woodley was going to be he's on Monday. So like you can ask him anything. You ask him about, ask the boxer about Jake Paul or something.
Yeah. Could he have knocked him out in the first fight? Some people say it was in his contract he wasn't allowed to. Could he have knocked him out? I don't know.
Who knows?
We'll have to see it. But they're the Tyrone Woodley, Jake Paul 2 is coming out this month.
Yeah, so they're going to allocate a lot of the funds for metaverse development. So I'm interested to see what they're going to build. Roaring Roccstars, mint is Tuesday, so you can go now. Tuesday, 1 p.m., so you can check that out now.
I like it.
So check it out. Neo, Flowrider, it'll be pretty good.
Nice.
All right, what else we got?
All right, so the project I have is Astro Apes.
Okay.
It's it's an NFT drop, but it's not just regular PFP.
Okay.
Pixelated art. Awesome art drop. It's not just an artist that came up with some really cool backgrounds with all these different traits and all that. It's not just a pixel clone. This actually does more than just you buy it, you hold it, you see what happens.
Okay, so they're Astro Apes. They're in space. What are they doing for you? They like hang out in space?
Well, I don't know what they're doing up there. They're flying around doing something, but the utility behind it is actually pretty unique. I wish we would have thought about this for Pluto Alliance. Maybe it's something we can put in. But so if you hold one of these apes, and there's 5,555 apes, they're minting for 0.05.
Okay.
It's not too bad. Not that many, and it's not too much of a cost. So that's pretty cool. On their Discord, every Thursday, they're going to have lessons from their team about Web3. What is an NFT? What is blockchain? Teaching users and holders about the tech that they're holding.
Web3 can make people rich too. So.
We saw it this whole past 12 months. It was a dev market. So if you knew anything about Web3, if you could build anything This last 12 months, you made tons of money. You could name the price.
Just playing Gods Unchained, that Web3 based game, I made over $10,000 just playing the game early this year.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah.
So this is what this team is kind of gearing to do. Is they're going to teach people about Web3. They also have amazing art. It is that pixelated art. It is apes. So everything apes usually kind of goes up.
Something about the apes, man.
People they go nuts. They go bananas.
Okay, really peeled away with that one, didn't you?
Yes, we did. So anyways, all the holders of the apes, pretty cool. Every Thursday you can connect and go into their Discord, and they're going to teach you about Web3. So the drop is this Saturday, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Okay.
On the 18th, which is Saturday.
All right. Looking forward to that.
Check it out. 0.05, 5,555 apes. Link in the description. Go check them out.
I might just get one just for the access, just to check it out. The course,
Yeah, I'm tired of
the Discord.
I'm tired of missing out on some of these projects. So I'm just going to get one. It's not that expensive. Gas will be low on the weekend. That's cool. Yeah. So I'm going to get one and have it in my wallet and see what happens.
All right. Well, so the next project, we've gotten requests. What's one thing people definitely always want?
Cardano
Yes.
NFTs. Cardano
always
NFTs.
Talking about the Cardano NFTs.
That's right.
But they also ask, hey, how come you've done photography projects? I see profile pic this. A lot of people are really bullish on the photography realm.
Mm-hmm.
So this combines a little Cardano, a little photography, and even it combines ETH. All
ETH,
wrapped
Cardano, and photography?
Yeah. You want to take it up another level? Saving endangered animals.
Who doesn't love doing that?
Yeah. So this is Endangered Mints, and their whole play is conservation for endangered species. And this is a photography play launching on Cardano and Ethereum at the same time.
What's your favorite endangered species?
My favorite endangered species, well, it used to be the bald eagle.
Yeah, they're like cockroaches now. They're everywhere.
Yeah, beluga whale.
Belugas?
Yeah.
Mine was the rhino.
Oh, yeah, the rhino.
But they're extinct now.
The gray rhinos are done.
They're done, yeah.
That's sad.
I think there's one left, and it's like a girl.
All right, well, let's save the remaining ones.
Yeah.
All right, so when this launches, they're doing 1,000 every week, 1,000 Cardano and 1,000 on Ethereum, and it releases every week, and they're doing this for 52 weeks.
52 weeks.
Yeah, started yesterday, 1 p.m., so you can check it out. But so it launches at the same time, and they're going to look the same, and they're going to have different rarities too.
So what are they doing to save these animals?
All right, so 50% of the revenue is going to endangered species conservation expert.
Okay.
So they're going to do their own DAO. They also, you can vote to see where the funds are going. So they want to make sure they're going to the good place. You don't want to send it to, Joe Exotic or something.
God, or that other guy, Jeff, what's his name, Lowe?
Yeah. Or Carol Baskins.
I think Carol got a bad rap. I'm just saying. I'm going to get a lot of hate in the comments, but whatever.
So every week they're dropping. They're going to have different rarities. Once a week, someone's winning a trip to Africa.
Okay.
You get to hang out. You get to go on a safari. Also, they're going to have a private session. It's a 10-day event. They're going to have photographers with you. You can take photos of these endangered species. Then they'll help you sell those photos later, and you get to keep the ETH.
Really?
Yeah.
So you get to keep all the ETH that you make on the photos that you turn into NFTs and sell.
Yeah, and imagine if these photographers get big. They could be like, oh man, that's or you get a rare animal.
Yeah, what if you get a rare animal?
You could put on the time or something.
What if they find out the rhino's not extinct?
There's a whole nother little colony missing. Hey, next thing you know, you're on the Nature magazine there.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, this is going to be launching 1,000 on Cardano, 1,000 on Ethereum. You can check it out. The mint was live yesterday. EndangeredMints.io, and you can check it out. So.
You know what I like about this, though, real quick? It's kind of like blockchain versus blockchain. Let's see which one outperforms.
That's what I like. So it's 250 ADA or 0.25 ETH. I'm interested to see where these prices go because the coins are going to change price. And then, how's it pegged to that coin? Mm-hmm. It's interesting. So if you're bullish on Cardano, do it Cardano, don't do it ETH. If you hate Cardano, do it on ETH, skip the Cardano.
I'm doing one on ETH.
Okay. I don't have a Cardano NFT. I have to get some Cardano. I don't even have Cardano. Do you have Cardano?
No. I do not. I'm not a big fan of Cardano. Well, that's another conversation.
That's another conversation. Well, is that all we got?
I think that's it. I think it's been a while since we threw it to each other, so I'm going to throw it to you.
Okay.
I'm going to throw this pin to you, okay?
Okay.
Here we go. And he didn't catch it. I'm going to throw this pin to you.
Okay.
Okay. That almost hit my eye. All right. I'm going to throw this question mark to you.
Okay.
I'm going to hook shot it. All right, here we go.
Hook shot. Oh, Karina.
Oh.
Cool. Pluto is a planet.
Later.